This way. You've been the guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizardry law. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Lumos. Revelio. Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Did peeves make you jump?
No time to waste. You've classes to attend. You've been practicing.
Revelio.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. Anywhere in the castle. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver.
Revelio.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Obviously, Hogwarts is the best business school. Of course we're going to invest in that.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes. I think...
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for the... Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended, and we'll see you.
Revelio.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking?
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about her travels here. I will say, I think she's...
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep... We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more, and she may feel a...
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess... Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, you'll...
Beatrice Green from Dogmeat and Death. Quite interesting, actually.
Protego. Revelio. Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Lumos.
Is that all you've got? Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember? Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it. You're good.
How perceptive. Good form.
I know.
This can't be your first.
Stupid Protego. Let's just say I'm a quick...
I do enjoy life duels.
Levioso.
If only all my students were this adept. Try to anticipate your opponent's next move. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for me.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Levioso!
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rule. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking, you just have to be clever enough not.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in.
Good. Perhaps somewhere. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizard. Fear you, not the other way around.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
I sent a love letter to Imelda Rainbow, but I think she thinks I'm making fun of her because
Revelio.
I cannot do this for all eternity. Leave me be.
Revelio.
Can't somebody let me copy their potions homework? I'm at least moderate with charms, and I promise I'll let you.
Levioso. Revelio.
Handy resource indeed. You're
Revelio. Levioso. Protego.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind
Revelio.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all...
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres. Very good. Splendid. Excellent control there. Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Watch this. That is how it's done.
Accio.
Very good.
Let us see this.
not making this easy for me, are you?
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. That is how it's done. Ouch! Well played. Let us see this. Phew. Here we go. Yes!
Accio.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
Back there. To put it lightly, I must admit, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here. I think until...
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in thee? You did well.
Thank you, Professor.
Miss Onai, expect to hear...
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Revelio.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves? Where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun!
Revelio.
Say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight! fight. It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't get Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus' ball.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in...
I've been...
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble. Well, better see to my charms home.
Revelio. Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first class.
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to...
That's correct.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of it.
A spellcraft is... I shall explain.
There's an Ollivander's in...
There is. Mr. Ollivander. I would trust...
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. Perhaps
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle door. No time to waste.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report.
Why must I?
No, such
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Revelio.
The flying page must be around here somewhere.
Might some kind soul help me?
Are you all right? Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst. I wanted to make my gobstone. Are you familiar with?
I haven't much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least, not often. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Sounds as if you caused the smelly situation and they responded accordingly.
I didn't make the rules. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll be back to play.
Accio.
Brilliant. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I trust the preliminary.
I completed.
Let us.
Yes.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it! Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove of the wall. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Accio. Reparo. Accio. Reparo.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Accio.
Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
I'm uncomfortable.
Reparo. Accio. Revelio.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Revelio.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Accio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio. Lumos.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Accio. Lumos. Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Levioso. Reparo. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
What are you up to now?
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Accio. Reparo. Revelio.
That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
Of course, I'm not sure what job he'd actually be good at.
Revelio. Reparo. Levioso.
Lumos.
Protego. Accio.
Does Professor Black have to?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Revelio. Reparo. Revelio. Accio. Reparo. Lumos.
Hey, Maha. Mohammed.
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstone.
Hello, Zeno. Of course. I'm sure.
Very well. Off.
Давай быстрее.